Hi everybody, I'm Zilla Blitz and welcome. Today we're going to take a look at Yield Fall of Rome from Daedalic Entertainment. This is a 4X game, so explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate, released by Daedalic Entertainment, set around the fall of Rome. Now it's got a number of unique features that I think distinguish it from other 4X games in the genre. We'll talk about those as we explore the game. This video has two objectives. Objective number one is to kind of show the different types of gameplay. Objective number two is to jump in, and we're going to play the second scenario in the Caledonian campaign to give you a sense of what gameplay looks like, to see if this is a game that you might enjoy getting. Let's take a quick look at the different types of gameplay that the game offers. We can see obviously in the middle of the screen we have campaign, single player, and multiplayer. Haven't had a chance to check out multiplayer yet, but I do note that the design notes mention that co-op multiplayer, where you can join forces on the same side and play against the AI, will be coming. It's part of the design envelope as the game progresses through the state that it's in right now, which it's released in early access, and there'll be a number of features and campaigns getting added over the next 12 to 18 months of their kind of roadmap to full release. The single player, we'll take a look at how that works, but the heart of the game to me feels like, at least the most compelling part of the game to me, feels like these campaigns that are available. Now there are 3 available on release. The roadmap mentions another one coming in January, and then 2 more coming in February. This Sasanian dynasty, which was a dynasty in Iran from 200 to 600 AD, roughly, is one of your 3 campaign choices now upon release. And you can see we start with Edessa, with there's 4 scenarios here, culminating with the siege of Constantinople. Now there's the second campaign that we're going to look at is the Caledonian Uprising up in the British Isles. This is a 3 scenario campaign that culminates with the siege of Hadrian's Wall. Now I've played through the first one, Aurea. We'll take a look at Tremontium, the second one here, as that's the one we'll play through in this game momentarily. We'll come back. And then the one I was playing pre-release here is the Rise of the Germanic Kingdom. This is a 5 scenario one that culminates in the fall of Rome. So these are the 3 campaigns that are available upon release right now. And then there's also a campaign of the week, which is the Rise of the Germanic Kingdom. And then the introductory campaign, which is the Caledonian Uprising. I played through a little bit of this earlier today. It feels to me like it's the Caledonian Uprising, but with some easier objectives for each of the scenarios, kind of a tutorial to walk you through how to learn how to play the game. So we've got those to pick from campaigns, but before we jump in and show one of the scenarios in the campaign, I do want to click here on the single player map and give you a view just of what this looks like. There are a lot of parameters that you can play in a single player game. So we can see we can add a computer opponent, we can make it easy, hard, normal. I'm not sure, yeah, that's kind of interesting. Easy, hard, normal, hard. So I'm not quite sure, maybe, again, early access just came out. That one of those seems, maybe that would be a different one. I'm not sure why there's 4 there, but you can add more opponents, so we can add more AI opponents. Then we've got some different types of maps here in the middle to pick from. Inland, we could pick Big Lake, Inland, Big Lake. Oh, this is if it's 3 player. If there's 2 player, I think you get more options. Big Island, Inland, Big Lake, Big Island, yes. And you can make them small, large, huge, epic. You can have wrapping terrain on the edges if you want, which will move them around to different sides. And then a number of Roman settlements. So each game has a Roman presence on it, because ultimately you're fighting to free your tribe or your nation from Rome. So you're going to have Roman presence there, and there will be economic and political relationships with these different settlements that are in the area. Religious sites are a way you can get control over a region, and basically you're trying to, in each scenario, you're trying to get a set number of crowns, and there are a number of ways these scenarios are going to say you can get crowns in certain ways. If you control a number of religion sites, that might be the victory conditions for one scenario. But here we have on the right-hand side all of the different ways you can pick to set up the obtaining of crowns in a scenario, how long the scenario is, and how many of these crowns you need to win. Crowns essentially are your victory points, and once you reach that victory point level, the scenario ends and you win. So we could say control a religious site, kill an enemy monarch, build a metropolis to level 4, capture an enemy settlement, build a Colosseum, capture a capital, and so on. Most kills, Roman friend, biggest settlement, capture Roman capital. And you can kind of play around with these different victory conditions to really create a sandbox of scenarios that you of individual single player games that you would like to be able to mess around with and play. So lots of variety here to kind of explore and build different types of games. But today, I want to jump in and we're going to continue on with a campaign. So I've played through, let's go to Sasanian Dynasty. No, I want to go to the Caledonian Uprising. I played through the first one here, which is Aurea, and now let's try Tremontium here, and we're going to continue, restart our camp. No, we're going to continue our campaign. So let's do that, and we're going to let this load up here. Politics, here we go, Tremontium. Now this gives us our victory conditions that we need to get in this scenario. So roughly we can see down below, in order to gain control over the province, we need to hold 4 crowns. And a crown, we can capture a religious site, which is going to get us 1 crown. We'll show how that works. We can build a metropolis. A settlement has to reach level 4, so basically we have to build a big city. And then we need 2 crowns by building a Colosseum. That would give us 4 crowns and give us victory in this scenario. We have 50 turns to be able to accomplish this. Province size is small. We've got some kingdoms in the province. We've got the Romans and then another opponent here that's going to be in the area. And population is low and the army status is low. All right, so with that in mind, let's go build a city, capture a religious site, and see if we can take control of the second stage here in this Caledonian campaign. Here is our starting situation. We can see we've got a settler unit, so we're going to build our first little city or town here. And then this is us, Calgacus, the leader of our people. Actually, it is us and the Romans here, so we may not see combat in this scenario unless we want to pick on the Romans, which I probably don't want to do because they're going to show up in subsequent scenarios, so we want to avoid the fight with them. But we'll get a look at city building. If we zoom out here, we can see that off in the distance, we've got a couple of these sites that say 5 coins for a crown. These are religious sites that we can see on the left side in the top left of the map here. So we will definitely want to try to get control of one of those. And we can see the fog of war here expands over most of the map with the white colored clouds. And then this does have borders. So this, with the partial clouds here, is unplayable area. So we've got a rather small map to build on. But again, our goal, if we look at our victory conditions up top here, is to capture a religious site. That looks pretty straightforward to us. And then build a city as fast as we can and get a Colosseum going in here. So we will start building our city with that in mind. Now, there is, to kind of give an idea on this, one of the features of this is this game plays fast. So a scenario, you can build your city quickly, you can advance research quickly, you can really move fast in this game. So this will probably not be that long of a scenario here. First up, there's also no stacking. So I think what we're going to do is let's send Calgacus down here to the southeast. We're just going to click and right click on him. We're going to send him over here to this religious site that we can see wafting through the clouds here and try to get control of that, because that'll give us 1 crown. Now the question here is, where do we want to put our city? We've got a lot of sheep here, and sheep, I think, I've found the sheep really helpful for getting a city going fast. So let's move our settler unit over here. It doesn't say this is a good site, but we're just going to build it right here. Oh yeah, I can see why it's not a good site, because we don't necessarily want to be on the water. But oh well, it is what it is. Now to give an idea, again, on how quickly things go, we've built London. And if we click on it, down in the bottom left, we can see we've got a number of options. We can build another unit, and we're actually going to do that. It's going to cost us 2 gold, and we have 12 gold. And it's going to cost us 1 supply, which is this little element we can see on the horse scout on the left. It's got 2 gold and 1 little wagon, 1 little keg, and the keg means supply. And we can see right now in London, if we look at London, underneath it, we've got 1 population, we've got no production hammers, and we've got 2 units that we can supply. So let's build a horse scout to get that going. We'll just click on it. Boom. Now got a horse scout in here, because he'll be able to scout around the land and pick up a lot of resources. The turn a unit is built, nothing happens. So let's click on London though, and let's see if we can actually build some stuff around here too. So nothing else we can do inside London, but we do have 10 gold in the top right corner. We currently have an income of 3. Let's show how technology works. To give you an idea on how streamlined this is, in a lot of 4X games, like you pick a technology and then you dedicate research points to it, and then eventually you get it. In Yield, Fall of Rome, you pick a research that you want, and then if you've got the money, you just buy it. So you can buy 4 or 5 technologies in a turn. And part of it is how fast can you get your city going up here. I want to take advantage of the sheep, and so we need the technology animal husbandry that's going to allow us to build a sheep pasture. It's going to cost 5 gold to do that. We got it. So now we've spent 5 gold, and we've got our sheep technology. And we can see now, if we click on the sheep little pasture here, we can get 2 people and 2 production hammers with a cost of 5 gold. The cost is underneath the icon itself, and the benefits come down below that text box there. So we're going to spend the remaining 5 of our gold to build a sheep pasture, and that gives us 2 more population. We click on London now. We can see that the population here on the bottom, we click on it again, is 3 of 8 in the bottom left corner. So we can upgrade our city in another 5 population points. And now that we've brought in 2 production hammers with these sheep, and production hammers are basically expendable like currency. You get them and you use them and then they're gone. So you're constantly looking ways to find more of these production hammers in your town. There is one in here, I know, the tavern. So if we look in the bottom left, we can see it's a basic building. It's going to cost us 2 hammers, but it's going to give us income of 1 gold a turn, which will raise our income up from 3 in the top right corner. We can see up to 4. So let's do that. We're going to build a tavern, always a good place to start a city. And now we can see in buildings and settlement, we got a holy site, we've got our palace, and we have our talent. We can show the locked buildings, which are all the ones that we can subsequently build. But we got to get to level 4 first to be able to do that. So to get some of the to get the higher ones there. Okay, so we've spent all of our money. We've spent all of our hammers. We don't have any hammers to build anything with left in Rome and London. We have moved our units. We have nothing to do. We're going to end our turn. And let's end the turn right there. And we got 4 gold on the next turn. Excellent. We got a horse scout going here. Let's send him down here. There's a little village and it's kind of flashing and sparkling and it says 3 people. That will give us 3 more people when we get there. Excellent. We can see that London has gained 3 people. It's now up to 6 people in the middle of the population there. That's very good. So we'll leave him there. And let's get Calgacus down here, heading over towards the holy site, which is a little ways away. Now, on this turn, we have 4 gold, which isn't really enough to do much because... and we don't have any production hammers. So we're going to, for the moment, we can't research anything, I think, we click on technology. Yeah, every technology costs 5 gold at least. So we don't have enough gold to do anything. We don't have any production hammers. We could build a unit with our 1 supply. Yeah, I think we're going to be pretty safe in this early scenario. So we, for the moment, aren't going to do that. Let's leave that it is. And we're going to end our second turn. Third turn, we want to get Calgacus down here to this holy site. Now, we can eventually claim this on the next turn, but for the moment, we can't. Up here, we got 4 hammers to the north of London. So let's send our scout up through London and see if he can go up there and claim those hammers. That'll give us a little bit more production in London. London, in the meantime, now we have 8 gold coins, which should be enough. We could build another sheep pasture. Or we could research something. Yeah, let's get that new sheep pasture. Excellent. Gives us more population. London has grown to a town. It is 8 of 30 population for our next one, which is to get it up to a city, I believe. Now, we do have some production points here. Let's see what we can get. We could build a well, going to give us 2 supply. And you can see what it's going to get in the bottom left. We could build a customs house, which gives us instantly 5 gold. And we can build a watchtower costing 1 production to increase the vision of the settlement by 1. Yeah, let's do that. I'd like to see a little bit farther out here what we've got. Okay, excellent. So if we look around here, we can see there's this Stonehenge type site gives us 3 gold, and this goes up by 1 per turn, I'm pretty sure. So some money to be had out there, getting an idea of what lies around us. Get our scout is moved. I think we're good for the moment then. We're not going to spend that last 3 gold, and we don't have anything we can research. We don't really have anything we want to build. Let's go on to our next turn. All right, so now we can come down here. Good things are happening. Oh, we can see the border here for the Roman province, so the Roman colony or settlement that's in the area. But Calgacus now, over his little bum, has an option here that pops up. We can claim this ancient religious site by rebuilding it for 5 gold. That's what we're going to do. We just did it. Excellent. You'll notice up top, we get the little godlike music sound here, and we now have one of our 4 victory towns religious site. The next 3 have to come from building a metropolis and building a Colosseum. So we are on our way. Let's, in the meantime, let's get our horse scout up here. Come up here, and excellent. Got 4 production hammers there, too. Let's go build stuff in London here. So we have 5 production hammers, and we can build a temple, which is going to give us 2 gold income per turn. I like that. Income fuels everything. So let's get some more income in London here. Now, we've spent all of our production hammers. We do have 3 gold, but our income now goes up to 7. That's it for the moment. We've got some gold up here in the mountains up to the north, too. But excellent work. Okay, so that finishes off for the... Hey, we probably want to build... We've got 2 supply in London. We can probably build a unit here, right? Given that we can see the relations here with Rome are at plus 75, so we're not necessarily in danger of having to fight Rome at the moment. Our relationships here are friendly with them. So this looks like a fairly peaceful second scenario here. With that in mind, I think we're going to build another horse scout here, because that'll allow us to race off here and explore other parts of the map and pick up all these hidden bonuses like the money and things like that. I figured that's going to be a pretty good way to help us build London fast. Also, I realized here that I think each one of these, each captured religious site yields 1 gold crown. So if we can send our horse archer, our horse scout up here to this other religion site right on the edge of the map, we can get a second one, and that will give us 2 of the 4 crowns we need. Then all we need to do is build a Colosseum. We can skip the whole Metropolis level achievement requirement here. But anyway, with that in mind, we've got another unit built. Everybody's moved. Oh, we have not moved our king yet. Let's go down here and greet the Roman settlement. That's okay. They got roads already and stuff too. Fairly well developed here. We might want to send some units to kind of position them on this religious site so that the Romans don't convert it. But for now, let's end our turn. And we're back inside here. Over here, we have some money to be had. Let's go get that money. So we'll send Galgacus up here. Send our horse scout this way. Oh, nice. Money and population to be had. Let's send our other horse scout this way. Excellent. Money all over the place here. This is looking pretty good. London now is growing a little bit. We can... Nothing to build. We could build another unit. You know, actually, I want to build a warrior. It's got a defense of 2. And I want to send him down here and park him right on this religious site, just in case the Romans come out and try to convert that. I'm not sure if the Romans will or not, but if we've got a unit there, then probably they won't attack us and do that. And we have 5 gold left. Let's go research something with our 5 gold. We got some woods here. Let's get hunting so we can eventually slide over here and get forestry. So we will buy hunting, and that gets us down to 0 gold. That looks pretty good. End turn. Galgacus going over to this other Stonehenge, picking up some gold options. Let's get our warriors here. Let's go get the population. Aha! Okay, so we've reached a milestone, which was, I'm not quite sure what that milestone was, but now we get to pick kind of a policy, a legal policy available. We can either do vassalage here, which would give us an effect of no gold cost for the next unit in any settlement founded by you, or gain 5 gold for each wonder you build in the capital. Policy God King. I think over the course of a campaign, this vassalage, where you can just basically build a unit in any settlement that we found right away, that'll allow us, I think, to get a fast start. So we're going to pick that one. So you can see in the top left, we have vassalage now that's opened up under policies and milestones, and we've picked that one. All right, so we moved them. Let's keep going with our horse scouts here. Run over to the Stonehenge, grab this money. We've moved our king as well. London has 11 population now. 13 gold. We definitely want to do something with that. Let's get some another sheep pen here. That's good. Can we do anything up here? We can. For 2 gold, we can hunt deer. Yes, most definitely. Good, another production there. That gives us 3 production hammers in London. Should allow us to build something. Yeah, let's build a well. It's going to cost 2. Will give us +1 supply. And each supply can provide supply for another unit. So we can see now we've got 1 available supply. It's right underneath London. We can see 14 population, level 2, 1 hammer, and then 1 more supply. So we can build another unit that eats up 1 supply. But for now, that's good. Now, here we have our warrior. We're going to send our warrior down towards the religious shrine here. There are a few features that I think aren't in the game yet that I imagine will come over time. Like, there isn't a way to plot multi-turn movement for units yet. It also would be nice if there were a way to see units that you hadn't fully moved yet. I don't think that's in the game yet either. It wasn't when I was playing a little while ago. So I get a sense it's going to be features that are going to be kind of on the way over time. We do have 6 gold left. Let's spend that on another technology here. Let's get farming. That sounds like a good idea. Do that. All right, I'm going to now play forward a little bit here and kind of explore some more land and build up our city a little bit more. I'll be back in a few turns to kind of show what things look like. We're up to turn 11 out of 15. Now our Horse Scout has reached this other religious site. Let's spend 5 gold, and we are going to convert it. Yes, and now up top we can see we've got 2 of the 4 victory crowns that we need. Our other Horse Scout has explored quite a ways over here, heading up to find all sorts of different things. We're going to send him up through the woods here to try to get this 2 supply. London has grown to population 22 now. It's booming pretty well. We can see we have 11 gold left over. So let's go in and buy another technology. We've added in a lot of the basic ones with 11 gold. Let's do cloth making. We'll buy that to add it in. We can see again I know there is development work coming for more advancements and to expand on this technology tree. But for the moment now, it's quite modest. Again, with the idea that you're going to be kind of moving through these scenarios in a couple of hours as you play through them. So you can fairly quickly kind of pick up the technologies that you need. We're going to park this warrior down on the religious site. I've also built a trader that I want to try to bring down here. Here it is. It's going to send down to this Roman settlement. We still haven't quite found it yet. Oh, nice. Culture policy. We did a trade, and what can we do? Milestone completed. So let's pick between these 2. So we could pick a peaceful. It says Roman abilities affect, instantly increase your relation with the Romans. We could do that to increase our relationship with the Romans, or we could be a barbarian, which gains twice the veterancy in gold when killing Roman units or traders. Do we want to be violent? Do we want to be a friends of the Romans? Let's try barbarian just for kicks and giggles, so because our relationship's already pretty good. So Eboracum here is the province that we are nearby, but we are well on our way without having to take that with violence here. Let's move our king down here to pick up these other population and route them up to London. And again, things making pretty good progress. We're going to send our Horse Scout up here to this Stonehenge monument to pick up the gold. This guy we've already moved. London has no production and not enough gold, but we'll leave that there for the moment. We'll drive on. Nice. In the woods next to London, we can build a druidic totem to get us 1 income. We'll do that. Costs 10 gold. Oh, that looks pretty cool, too. Let's down here, though, add a lumber hut to give us 2 production and 2 more people. We can build roads here. Other than that, we've kind of... Oh, here we go. A hamlet. Let's build a hamlet. That seems pretty good. And London's grown to a city. Most excellent. It is performing very well. One of these should be the Colosseum. There it is. We need 40 production, which is a lot of production to build this Colosseum, but that would give us the final 2 points we need. By building a Colosseum in this city, we would have established control over this colony. So one of our short-term objectives here, real quick, is how fast can we get 40 production in London, build up this city so that we can go on and build the Colosseum, gain control over this province, and win the 2nd stage of this campaign scenario. We will drive on. Turn 14, we've got a lot of opportunities to kind of build things around London here. Mills, sheep pastures, we're kind of taking advantage of that and really cranking out a lot of these different things that we need to add production to London here. Let's build a lumber hut. And already we are up to 24 production hammers in London. So although this isn't probably the optimal city development path, right? You like to go straight from like a tavern to a Colosseum. But we want to get control of the scenario here so we can move on to the next one. So that's what we're going with for the moment. Our scouts are going around here. Our relationships are friendly with Rome. Because we traded with them, I think our relationship's up to plus 100. So everything going pretty well right now. This is a pretty mild scenario. I think, again, as this campaign, it's probably one of the easier campaigns here without real threat of combat unless we go around asking for it. But we'll continue to drive on here. More population to be gathered here. And we're still just kind of slowly but surely building our way up to getting London to being in a place where it can have its own little Colosseum. Ooh, with one of the new technologies here, engineering will give us a sawmill. That looks promising in terms of increasing production perhaps in London. 7 golds that give us options here. And roads, nothing there. Oh, we could build a fort up on the hill here. Fishing might be good for us. Shipyard will give us 3 production. Excellent. That's good. We'll do that. No other options for the moment here. Gotta probably expand. Here we go. Sawmill. Oh, it's going to give us 4 production. How much does it cost again? 5 gold. We're out of money. That's the way to go, right? Build some sawmills around London to kind of capture all this lumber. And we only need 13 more production to build that Colosseum. We are well on our way towards removing Roman influence in this area. So we'll keep driving on. So I think we can do it now. London has grown to 65 population. It is a burgeoning town. We can build a sawmill out here, which is going to give us, oh, wow, that gave us, yeah, it gave us 8 more production hammers on that one. Now we can come into the city here, and it looks like we can build a solid Colosseum. It says it's going to gain 1 crown, but I think the Colosseum down here, yeah, yields 2 crowns in this scenario. So let's build the Colosseum. Most excellent. They are happy about it. It gives us 4 crowns. We didn't have to get to the metropolis because we control the 2 religious sites. And I think that's going to give us victory right here. There we go. Congratulations. In the year 431 AD, the Britons claimed the province of Damnoni. Population of 69. Your people have become the dominant factor in the region, forcing the Romans to cede control. Excellent. We can continue the campaign and go into another scenario. Now, this gives you an idea on how gameplay works, how fast the development of cities do, the map exploration. The thing that we didn't see in this video, by the nature of the way this scenario played out, was the combat. But it is, again, without stacking in a hex, you've got 1 unit per hex. You're sending units up against against particular units. They're going to cause damage, take damage. Each unit has a certain level of hit point, and they can gain experience as they do more damage on enemy units. Also, archers and things like catapults have range that can fire more than 1 hex, so you can do damage from afar. And then basically the AI, as I've seen it so far, seems pretty adept at identifying objectives and goals that it needs in order to gain victory points. And again, with those different levels, I'm curious to see how it plays. So still a lot of exploration to do in this game in terms of looking at the flow of the single player game and how the different campaigns play out, seeing how they add more campaigns in. And I'm sure there's going to be refinements and tweaks and modifications to gameplay to refine it as it goes forward. As it stands right now, though, I've really enjoyed this. It feels like a 4X light type of game. I appreciate that I can come in and I can play a scenario in 3 hours. I appreciate that you can work your way up through those technology trees real fast, build cities fast. It's a game that you're going to go from start to mid-game very quickly, and you're going to be solving problems and banging your heads against your opponents pretty quickly as you try to figure out how to gain control of these different provinces. So yeah, thumbs up for me. I'm really enjoying this. I'm very interested to see how it develops over time, how the AI works out, how the multiplayer co-op works out. A lot of features to explore, but I will put a link down to this game below on Steam. Again, it released today, January 20th, 2025, as I'm making this. If you like 4X games and you like the combat games and strategy games, this might be one you want to check out. I'd be happy to answer any questions if I can. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.